Other interesting cultural news and somewhat pertinent to the Bud Light fiasco or business blunder of the century, you have Ultra Right Beer coming out with a new commercial, which was someone who saw a business opportunity to make a beer company just for people on the right. So this person knows they're not going to capture the whole market segment, but it'll be interesting to see, can he use that niche enough or that segment to make it a profitable company. I believe right now he's still white labeling it, and it's an instance in business where you have a third party manufacture it and then you put your own label on it and then you sell it, which is very common for many different things, especially coffee these days. Every podcast sells a coffee. I know I'll probably get into that too someday, but it's only about 2 minutes long, but it is somewhat moderately brilliant. And it also has a classic Pontiac Trans Am, so who can't like that?
Yep, that's me, Conservative Dad. You're probably wondering how I got here. It's been a wild ride, but I'm just getting started.
That was him. So it's brilliant. It's referencing an old commercial he had where it's him using a baseball bat to actually hit and destroy a Bud Light can, which really kicked off his business, and that went viral immediately. And this is subsequently starting to go viral as well.
This is an unlikely story of a fed-up American who had enough of the woke beer companies and decided to do something about it. I'm on a mission, and I won't stop until all Americans have a 100% woke-free American beer company they can be proud of again.
That's also another debate about Bud Light, Budweiser. Are they really an American company? Depending on your perspective, they're no longer owned in the United States. I believe it's Missouri. They're actually owned by Belgium company InBev. So are they still American made? Are they still an American company? That's a debate in of itself.
We'll face obstacles along the way, but nothing will stop us. Not even a woke beer Smokey.
There's a sheriff for T justice. I'm in high-speed pursuit of a conservative dad with a load of ultra-right beer. Long way to go and a short time to get there.
And this is called Smokey and the Conservative Dad, which is a hilarious pun of Smokey and the Bandit, where the whole point of the show is to transport beer. This is a beautiful vintage Pontiac, oh man, good old Trans Am. Another business blunder. General Motors killed Pontiac. Partially, I wonder if he made this commercial just so you can get a tax write-off on a Trans Am, which is kind of cool. Or at least rent it.
Hey, Conservative Dad here. Jump in. We're going to go for a little drive. I got a woke beer Smokey on my tail.
And he's dressed up just like Burt Reynolds.
Let me have a sandwich and a bag of chips and make it fast. I'm in a hurry.
Why are you in such a hurry there, Sheriff?
I'm in high-speed pursuit of a conservative dad.
Well, this Conservative Dad, bank robber?
Bank robber? Bank robbing's nothing compared to what this dude's been doing. He almost destroyed one of America's biggest woke beer companies selling ultra-right beer.
They're doing great sales-wise, but Bud Light is not worried about the dent they're making in their business yet.
He made a complete mockery of the woke corporation.
Well,
they also kind of did that to themselves as well. Don't get me wrong, he's doing something too.
we catch up to him and get your man, Sheriff.
Much obliged.
Woke corporations have spent years quietly funding woke garbage that's now spilling over into our schools. But we're not going to beg them to stop anymore. Instead, Conservative Dad's ultra-right beer is going to fund our own program.
Brilliant use of emotional rhetoric. He also is, I'm guessing that's his son. They're both dressed up to look like Burt Reynolds with a cowboy hat, the red shirt, and the jeans.
That's why we're donating a portion of sales to the 1776 Project to overthrow the blue-haired woke school board members and replace them with normal people.
Now, it is kind of hilarious. You can guess someone's political affiliation based on their hair color. Like, back in my day, when I was a kid, I remember it was really special in 6th grade. There's one day a year. We called it Wacky Hair Day. That was the only day you were allowed to color your hair something of a different color. Mine happened to be green, which is the same color as my car and my watch. Now that I think about it and reminisce a little bit. But it's like a special thing nowadays. Jeez.
Like us. The woke beer corporations, earmuffs. To the wrong people. Never underestimate Conservative Dads on a mission. They said it couldn't be done, but thanks to you, there's a new beer in town.
He can actually sit on his car in this. Nowadays, you do that, the car buckles into nothing because it's made out of thin metal.
Conservative Dad's ultra-right beer is now shipping all across America. If you haven't already, grab yourself a six-pack.
I don't know how much. That's an expensive domain. He actually owns the domain ultrarightbeer.com, which I wonder how much a six-pack is going for right now, because someone told me it's like $20, which you're donating to a cause as well as a product. But I'm curious, what is that price about now? Order now. I was right, $19.99 for a six-pack of beer. Now, the real question is, what's shipping? Looks like they charge for shipping. That's a deal breaker for a lot of people. That's something you can blame Amazon for, the psychological phenomenon of no one wants to pay for shipping, even though obviously it costs something. Now, in terms of cultural significance, it is interesting that he's growing this brand more and more and more, and people are willing to pay $20 plus for a six-pack of beer. And for the first time in, I believe, many years, conservatives, in terms of the number of people who identify as conservatives, are increasing. That's an interesting cultural little phenomenon. It'll be interesting to see how businesses adjust if they actually start to cater towards them. Relative to what I could think of, businesses never really try to cater to them on a mass scale in terms of a large company that I could possibly think of. But we shall see. It'll be interesting to see. Time shall tell for this business. Well, how big can they grow? Now, thank you again for taking the time to tune in. I really appreciate it if you take the time to subscribe. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of July, and we're getting closer and closer and closer. Also, don't forget to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers. Heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.